Greetings, Fright Nights and Monster Girls. I am Count Jackula.
And I'm the Horror Guru.
And we just finished The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, Season 2.
Season dos.
Oh, man.
Before we get to spoilers, this season really heats up.
Yep.
Basically, all the plot lines that you want to collide finally start colliding in this season, and this is the most Satan-centric season so far.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. How to even begin? Yeah, the culmination of Sabrina's whole journey up to this point is resolved in this. Actually, almost everyone's story is resolved by the end of this. And they're given a new plot to follow into the next one. You
kind of get the feeling that they're like, okay, for this season, just in case this is our last season.
Yeah. We can end here if.
Now, granted, they were already greenlit for 2 more seasons before this aired.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have more, but this season brings everything to a head.
Yeah.
In a fantastic and glorious way.
Yeah. When you get to the end where you're like, I don't know where you're gonna go from here.
Yeah.
Then they let you know where they're gonna go from here, and you're like, holy shit, that is glorious.
They let you know some individual characters where they're gonna be going, as well as where the main plot's gonna be going, and I'm fucking excited. I can't wait for season 3.
No, season 3 is gonna be great. It's gonna be good shit.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like you could, without ruining too much too soon, I feel like you could also call this Sabrina versus the Satanic Fuckboys.
Yeah. This season is all about the misogyny.
Oh yeah.
Holy crap, from all angles too.
Yeah.
You know, you get you even get the Catholic Church misogyny at one point.
Oh yeah.
That comes up at one point.
Yeah.
Not just the satanic misogyny. There's also misogyny from all angles. I was actually kind of surprised at how far they went with some of it.
Yeah. You don't expect that they're gonna get all second coming, but they do.
There's that feeling of just like, man, I knew some of these characters were crazy, but I didn't know they were fucking crazy. God damn.
Jesus. All right, so fuck it. We're just let's head right into spoilers because there's just too much ground to fucking cover here. But bottom line is, Chilling Adventures of Sabrina gets the horns.
Hell yeah.
Season 2 gets the horns.
If you really like season 1, you're gonna fucking love season 2.
Yeah. In fact, I only had one problem with it, which was up until the very end. It's like, what about the cat? What about Salem?
Yeah. I have to agree. My only complaint is that future seasons, let Salem do more.
Yeah. Let's have the cat do more shit.
Like in season 1, you established that Salem can turn into a monster and fucking protect Sabrina. And there are multiple times this season where I'm like, where's Salem when she's being attacked by that thing?
Yeah. You're like, she's like in her house right now.
She's attacked by multiple things this season, not just the werewolf you see in the trailer.
Yeah.
She's attacked by multiple things. You're like, where's Salem when this is happening?
Yeah, where's the fucking cat? It's like they were like, oh, we forgot there was a cat.
But then at the end, they kind of remember the Salem's there. And I'm like, okay, well, you better remember for next season because
we need more of badass Salem from season 1.
If that's my only complaint, then the season was pretty good.
Yeah. Everything else was perfect. All right, on to the fucking spoilers. Okay, Satan does show up.
Yeah. Okay, so this season totally culminates in whatever fucking prophecy Satan had in store for Sabrina. It all culminates into that, and we find out many revelations. And if you don't want to know those revelations, stop and
why are you even watching at this point?
Yeah, stop and go watch the show because we're about to spoil some of that shit. All right.
Okay, so they literally turned Sabrina into the Antichrist.
Flat out Antichrist.
In a way I did not expect.
They never outright say Antichrist. They use other words like Satan's sword. Or
the Herald of Hell.
Herald of Hell.
You know?
Or Daughter of Satan. Which is the big bomb at the end of the season.
Yeah. Yep. And I was actually pretty pleased with how they built up to that.
Oh yeah, they did that phenomenally well. Because you can tell that was built up from the first season because like they flash back to stuff from the first season that hinted towards.
Yeah, they did. They did.
Like her dream with the horned feet and stuff like that. You know, like, oh, why did she dream of herself with horned feet? One of her with horned feet, one of her with not. Well, it's because there's two sides of her. She is part human and part Satan. Not part witch.
Not just part witch. Literally the daughter of Satan.
Yeah.
You know, and they explain how that happens and they build it up. It's really good.
You also get to see Satan in his angel form.
Yep.
So you get sexy British Satan, which is all the rage right now.
Yeah. You know,
with his fucking gold 70s rock star outfit that he rocks for most of the the last few episodes. It's
a great version of Satan. I don't like it quite as much as the one from the Lucifer TV
well, the Lucifer TV show is just he's great. But the thing is that Lucifer at the end of the day is a good guy.
Yes.
This one is not.
This one's not. A bad guy.
This guy is villain. You get to see Lilith basically become the Vegeta of the show.
Yes.
The main villain of the first season.
Vegeta.
Yeah, the main villain of the first season who comes back to stop the villain of the second season.
Yep. I was so happy when she got her way.
When we were talking about the misogyny of this season, like you see it on all levels because you have this one plot line with Blackwood ascending higher into the Church of the Night and the overall satanic religion.
Yeah, he becomes like the Pope of the church.
Yeah, he becomes the anti-Pope at one point. He basically becomes Papa Emeritus.
Yeah. I was kind of hoping Tobias Forge would just show up.
Oh, that would be cool. But they got Ray Wise to play the previous anti-Pope, and Ray Wise is just phenomenal.
He's great.
I love Ray Wise. So like his whole plot line is that he is trying to reform the entirety of the satanic religion and all its sects with his Judas policy, which is basically part of his like. It's like a misogynist reform of the entire thing that brings women back to just being like primary caregivers. And that's it. They must be stuck to womanly arts, like potions and like cooking and stuff like that, while the men handle all the real things like necromancy and like
and you're like, what the fuck?
This plot line also collides with Zelda's plot line because Zelda wants to get higher into the church. She wants to ascend. She wants to be high priestess herself one day. Yeah. And so she marries Blackwood, but then ends up being Stepford wived at one point by Blackwood because she's too mouthy.
Yep. Because look, Zelda ain't standing for that shit. No way.
So you have that plot line going on with her reforming. You have Sabrina butting up against that, as well as Prudence butting up against that, because Prudence, if you recall, found out that she is Blackwood's daughter.
Yeah.
And she wants to take the Blackwood name. So you have all that going on. But then you also have the other subplots going on. Well, some are subplots or main plots, depending upon the episode. Where fucking Lilith, you're learning all about Lilith's backstory. Yeah. And how she, like, they go with the backstory that she was the original wife of Adam. Mm-hmm. But then Adam chose Eve because Eve was created from his rib or what the fuck.
Yeah, whatever the fuck.
So she escapes from the fucking the garden, or is banished from the garden by the false god, and then she encounters Lucifer.
Yep. Who
beds her, and she cleans his wounds and promises her to rule over hell with him and all that stuff. And it's been thousands of years. She still hasn't got that. She's done everything he wanted. And then she finds out that the entire time she's been helping with the Sabrina thing, the ultimate culmination of that is for Sabrina to be the queen of hell. To be his daughter and the queen of hell. And she does not get to be queen, at least not yet. But that's all he ever says. So basically, Lucifer is the original fuckboy. Yeah. He is just fucking manipulating the fuck out of Lilith to get what he wants. And he started off real nice and real kind and gentle, but now is abusive as fuck.
Yeah. There are a lot of parallels between him and Blackwood.
Yeah, absolutely. But here's the thing. Of the two, you will find yourself more on Team Satan because Blackwood is the character you love to hate.
Yo, Jesus. Just when you think he can't get any worse.
When his fucking boys club started reading out their tenets, I was just like, holy shit, I didn't expect this show to go Hitler Youth.
Yeah, damn.
Holy shit.
Damn.
Holy crap. That's fucking crazy. Oh, other characters that are on the show in this season that they introduce that are pretty awesome. They introduced Dorian Gray. The Dorian Gray as a character on the show.
The Dorian Gray, yeah.
Which is pretty awesome. You even get to see his painting at one point.
Yep.
Which is pretty fucking cool. God, there's a lot that happens this season. But yeah, the whole season's about misogyny and the toppling of the patriarchy so that the women may ascend.
Yep.
That's what this season's all about.
Yeah. It's absolutely all about that. And by the end of the story, you're just sort of like, no. Oh. Thump.
Hope landlord's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, the entire season, by the end of the season, you're just sort of like, well, yeah. No, let her have it. Like, what are you talking about?
Well, because like things
fucked up.
Like the church in the first season was already pretty fucked up in the way it handled things. But by the end of this season, you're like, no, just burn it all down.
Yeah.
Start anew.
Yeah.
Burn it all.
Yeah,
because
you're like, all right, if this is gonna be Satanism, then we don't have a Satanism.
Well, this is no better than the fucking Catholic Church.
Oh no, it's exactly the Catholic Church. It's the
and the worst part is that you find out that like Sabrina's false dad, her stepdad or whatever you want to call him, Mr. Spellman, he was trying to reform the church into a way more progressive direction that would be more like the satanic church as we know it right now.
Yes, yeah, much more satanic temple.
Mm-hmm. Way more,
and that would have been real super fucking cool. But of course, Blackwood can't have it.
Blackwood's got to bring back the old ways.
He's got to bring back the old days.
Here's the funny part about Blackwood. Blackwood is so dead set on this that even when he's looking Satan in the face and Satan basically reveals that everything Blackwood believes is full of shit and it's not Satan's will and that he's got to do this other thing, Blackwood still sticks to his fucking guns.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm just like, but wait, the Dark Lord's who you're serving, motherfucker. You're full of shit. You're a big ass fucking hypocrite. You don't believe any of this shit. You just want power. That's all this is.
Yeah. Well, I feel like if your God physically manifests and reveals itself to you, that at that point you just got to go, all right, fair enough. What was that? What does I need to be doing now?
Because unlike the Catholic Church, God will sometimes come down and be like, no, this is what I believe.
Yeah.
And why Blackwood just keeps ignoring it is fucking beyond me.
Yeah, because I find myself going like, that's Satan,
because of pride and arrogance.
Yeah, pride and arrogance.
Because like I said, there's parallels between him and Satan.
Yeah.
Like, ironically, he is living the path of Satan, but it's against Satan's wishes, so Satan's mad about it.
Yeah, and in that dynamic, Satan is the false god.
But like it says everything that the name of his fucking like boys club is like the Church of
Judas Society.
Judas Society, that's it. Yeah. Like it's just like that says you everything you need to know about Blackwood.
Yeah, and like it's only fucking white boys for the most part that get in. It's like there's one black guy.
He gets Ambrose in. But then he uses Ambrose and so he does this entire fucking scheme to become the anti-pope, and in the process of becoming the anti-pope, he has to kill the previous anti-pope. So he has the anti-pope come and then basically manipulates Ambrose into killing him. Not really manipulates, more like controls.
Yeah, mind control. It's puppeteers.
Yeah, into killing him. And so Ambrose spends a huge chunk of this season either locked in a cage or waiting execution in some capacity. Yeah. And that was actually kind of intense because I was like, oh man, he's the most beloved character on the show, which means you might not kill him, but it also means
might.
Yeah. It also means he'd be the perfect character to kill for an emotional response. So
yeah. But they had something else up their sleeve that I was not prepared for.
But what I really liked about this season is that like every other episode we got a horror movie.
Yeah.
Like there was like these like more plot-centric episodes, but in between those episodes, there'd be like, okay, so this episode is a werewolf movie.
Yeah.
You know, this episode is a horror anthology.
Yeah.
This episode is Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Yeah.
With a little bit of Halloween.
Yeah. This is a Halloween.
A little bit of Halloween in there.
Yeah.
And I really love it because, like, you could tell that the people making this show love horror movies.
Oh, yeah.
And it's caked throughout this. And I love the way they integrate it into the stories and make it feel natural without it feeling like forced in.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man. A couple of other highlights. We've got, if you want to know what if Aunt Hilda and a dude from fucking the original
Cerberus.
Yeah.
Dr.
Cerberus. Whether that goes anywhere, the answer is yes.
Yeah. We find out what Dr. Cerberus is.
Yes.
Yeah,
We do.
He is human, kind of.
He's human. Yeah, he's human, kind of.
Yep.
Let's see.
Hilda is a fucking badass.
Oh no, Hilda's
season.
Great in this one. Yeah.
This season sees Hilda just taking no shit from no one. And there's this great scene where she's engaging with one character that's been at odds with her sister the entire season.
Oh my god, yeah.
And she has this great little speech about, my greatest strength is that everyone always underestimates me. Everyone always thinks that I'm just weak Hilda, sister of Zelda, and that I'm not capable of doing anything. But you know what's great about that? Is that they never see it coming.
Yeah.
And then fucking
the other character just drops dead.
It's like, I'm protected by a magic spell. That you can't harm me with other magic spells. And I'm like, I know. That's why I put almonds in your cookies. It hides the cyanide. And you're just like, holy shit.
Yeah,
and that's not the only character she does something like that to this season.
Oh, no.
Hilda's a fucking ruthless bamf this season. And I love it.
One of the things I don't know if I mentioned this in the last couple of vlogs, but I recognized the actress who played Hilda. She is from Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah, she
plays the blonde girl.
Yep. Yep.
It's a great season.
Fuck
like what are some other highlights we could bring up? Oh yeah, Sabrina wearing the crown of thorns.
Yes. When she's like full on doing Jesus imagery, because here's what it turns out. It turns out the entire prophecy is that she's been manipulated by Lilith and Satan to do a bastardization of everything Jesus did.
Yeah.
So she's got to cure the sick. She's got to perform some sort of exorcism. She's got to bring the dead back to life. She's got to do the bastardization of a sacrifice, which involves killing herself.
Yeah.
She's got to do all these things. And that this is all leading to the opening of the gates of hell.
Yeah. This lets Lucifer out and allows him to open the gates of hell. Which is what he's been, after for the beginning of everything.
And what I kind of liked is that even though he's a selfish asshole at the end, you do kind of get the feeling that he does feel some sort of parental obligation to her.
Oh yeah.
Like you like at the end, he does feel like, I will give you anything. And he actually,
yeah.
It doesn't seem like he's being manipulative like he is when he talks to Lilith.
No.
Like he feels like he actually does want to give his daughter everything.
Yeah, you do feel like he does.
But he's an asshole.
Yeah. He's still like, he's still like, hey, he's screwing up. You don't screw over your bottom bitch, man.
Oh yeah. Poor Lilith.
Don't.
This entire season, I'm waiting for Lilith's time because it's going to be Lilith's time eventually. Because there's another subplot in which Lilith actually meets a human male
named Adam,
that she falls for and treats her the way she's always wanted to be treated until Satan finds out.
Yeah. And that's kind of the point of no return right there. Because you're like, oh shit.
Oh yeah.
Damn, it's gonna be like that, Satan.
Oh man, you could tell that this season also was kind of like, we want to stop paying royalties for that Baphomet statue.
Yeah,
because there's there's an entire episode that one of the centerpieces of the episode is the destruction of that.
Yeah, the destruction of the statue. Yeah, I was sort of like, fair enough.
Angels appear in this season.
Yes.
They're kind of like...
Angels appear in this season, and they are Mormons.
They're basically like Mormon missionaries. Yeah, that's what they act like, Mormon missionaries. For better or worse.
Yeah, and they're crazy.
Oh, God, yeah.
They're fucking crazy.
They're like that creepy, happy, crazy. There's 2 episodes that dedicated to the creepy, happy, crazy. The one with the angels and the one with the weird invasion of the body snatchers via mandrakes.
Oh my god, yeah. Okay, so at some point, Sabrina's got to make a clone of herself, okay? So they use like a mandrake root. This is the invasion of the body snatchers episode.
And you got like the idea that's like, okay, it's going to be like an evil clone of you, so it's going to be evil you. And so like in my head, I'm thinking like Star Trek, you know?
Yeah.
Goatee just doing overtly evil things. But no, when it's born, it's like every negative aspect of her personality turned to 11, including her naivete.
Yeah.
So like, it's like super naive. It's overly nice.
Yeah.
And it's trying to like force help upon all her friends.
Yep.
Without, even if they don't want it.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, okay, so I love that the show is acknowledging this as her major flaw.
It's that thing where like I get mad at people who don't get that the show is showcasing the fact that Sabrina's help is that she has a martyr complex.
Yeah, she does.
You know, and this
season's
is why she's the Antichrist.
This season puts it on display hardcore because she becomes a martyr at one point, and on top of that, after that, she tries to become a prophet.
Yeah, she does.
In one of the weirdest character turns yet. The show ever had for her. But what I liked about it was that she quickly gets knocked down from that.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's just like, oh, no, you thought you were going to be some sort of prophet to this new world of witches and humans coming together, whatever. Nah, girl, all your good intentions, all you're trying to do is just help your friends and all that stuff. Nah, you're not doing that. You are just bringing apart the fucking apocalypse. That's what you're bringing upon her.
All your good intentions are a road to hell.
Yeah. Hardcore.
Oh my god. Oh man.
Highlights of this season for me. I love the horror anthology episode.
Oh, the tarot card one, yeah.
Tarot card one. Even though that one is Lilith basically fucking with everyone, so like what she predicts kind of happens, but not really in the way that it's shown.
Yeah.
It's mainly her just scaring all of fucking Sabrina's friends for one reason or another. Other highlights, Invasion of the Body Snatchers episode was fucking.
Oh no, great. That was great. I'm sitting there going like, oh, it's Invasion of the Body Snatchers. And at that point, like Duplicate Serena's like, ah!
Absolutely. Werewolf episode was fucking great for me.
Oh yeah,
especially since we got like full on biped werewolf that these shows normally don't do.
No, they normally just give you a dog.
Yeah,
you know, it's like not even like a real wolf. It's just like, hi, I'm a dog. I'm a German Shepherd. I'm a werewolf, right? And I'm like, well,
unless it's like True Blood or something, they just get like fucking wolves. And
that still doesn't look as cool as it should.
Which I like that this just had full on werewolf, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah,
pretty fucking awesome. I just love the show.
Yeah, it's real good. It's real good. If you're a fan of Lilith, the character or the mythological figure, you'll love where this season goes.
She really steals a huge chunk of the show. Like, she's awesome.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I find myself going like, yeah, we kind of gotta not have her for a little while, but I'm gonna miss her while she's
given
gone.
What they tease at the end of the season, she's gonna come back.
Oh, she's gonna come back, but but it's gonna be weird because like by the end of the season, like she gives Sabrina back the teacher she destroyed in order to possess her body.
So the actress is gonna still be there.
The actress will still be there, you know, but she'll be playing a different character essentially. So we'll see how that fucking turns out. I also fucking
I love that Theo has a great arc. Okay,
Theo was really
good. If you hear me saying Theo and you're like, who you're talking about? I'm talking about Susie.
Yeah.
Who becomes Theo.
Yeah. And it's a great little, I love it because it's a great, interesting little journey that it takes the audience on. Because in the beginning, you're still calling her Susie as an audience member in your head because that's what you've always done.
Yeah.
You know, but by the end of the season,
Theo.
You've just completely adjusted to it.
He's just Theo. Like
He's just Theo, and you've completely adjusted to it.
Absolutely.
You know, and I found myself going, damn, show, that's actually really impressive in a matter of hours.
And I also, like, I would argue that Theo has one of the best arcs on the show because, like, when you're first introduced to Theo in the first season, as Susie, like Susie can't, defend herself very well. Like she's being bullied and she doesn't quite know what to do with herself. She doesn't feel confident about anything. By the end of this season and over the course of the last 2 seasons, she's now he's now fucking wielding a fucking gun and like trying to hold down the door of the gates of hell.
Yeah. Well, I also noticed, like I said, they also gave her the gun with the flashlight on it, basically giving her the Ripley gun.
Yeah.
And
I also like that, like,
and her head shaved, so she really looks like
even outside
Ripley.
of the main plot stuff, when we're doing little character things, he's way more confident.
Oh yeah.
And like having a lot more fun and overall feeling like more comfortable in their own shoes.
Yeah.
I really like the character.
There was an interesting part of this, which was at one point the evil Sabrina offers to sex change Theo to be biologically male, and there's this really cool like little interplay that happens there where she's like, no, I am a boy. It's like, yeah, but because it's evil Sabrina, she's like, what I mean, and like all that stuff. And what I thought was interesting about that is that there's this kind of I felt like I definitely got what the character was saying, which is she accepts that she is a boy, she accepts that she has this particular body, which I'm not sure whether that really how close that accurate that is to anyone's experience, but it left me very curious because I was like, okay, so is the idea here that you're like, of course there would be things about myself I could change, but like I can live with this.
Well, it's obvious that Theo would like to, but Theo doesn't necessarily need to.
Yeah.
Because like the entire tarot episode is...
the tarot episode is basically...
is like a body horror episode exploring Theo's desire to change his body.
Yeah.
Into being more male.
Yeah.
So it's obvious that it's on his mind. But... Yeah. But, like... he doesn't need that to validate himself.
Yeah. He doesn't need that validation, which I thought was really interesting because...
And if he doesn't, he wants to do it on his terms, not the way Sabrina was pushing that.
Yeah. Like, I can definitely see the kind of like, I'm not really cool with you just doing that. This is getting weird. Yeah.
That's another thing I liked. I liked that that like by the end of the season, she's asking her friends if they want to help more often than she was before.
Finally. Finally.
So you can see a little bit of Sabrina's journey there.
Yeah.
She's still brashly running into things that she probably shouldn't run into, but...
but the next adventure starts with her asking all of her friends for help.
Yeah, which is a smart move, because often she tries to do it by herself, or she tries to get help from people she should
not trust. Yeah. But I was like, where are you going to go from here? Okay, here we go. So, there has been the entire time this love triangle between her, Harvey, and Nick.
Yep. Nick being sexy warlock boy.
Yeah, the sexy warlock guy. She pretty much ends up with him.
Yeah.
And Harvey ends up in a relationship with Roz, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yep.
But by the end of it, one of them has to make the noble sacrifice.
Yeah.
And it's Nick.
Because there's another twist where he finds out that Nick has been being manipulated by Satan for a while now.
Yeah.
But Nick actually does love her. Yeah,
Nick actually likes Sabrina, but it's like, the devil's like, all right, I need you to go do this with your girlfriend. And he's like, okay, And so that puts a wedge between her and Nick that doesn't...
So as part of his redemption, he basically sacrifices himself in the end.
Yeah. And so he drags Satan back into hell with him.
In his body.
And the last part of the season is Sabrina's going, let's go get my boyfriend out of hell.
Yeah, which is a great fucking tease. And so I'm like, oh man, it's like fucking... reminds me of Supernatural when Dean went to hell.
Oh my god, yeah. Like, it...
There's a lot of this season that made me keep thinking of Supernatural. There's so many things where Sabrina's like, we're going to do this thing. And I'm like, no, don't do that. I remember what happened on Supernatural when they did that.
Remember when Sam did that? That's a bad idea.
Like when she's just like, oh, like so if I'm the evil Antichrist thing, then if I put all my body in this mandrake, if I put all my power in this mandrake and create an evil clone of myself and kill that clone, then I won't have the power and I can't bring apart the apocalypse. And then everyone else is sitting there going like, no, don't do that. Then there'll be an evil clone of you
walking around
with
that
your
doesn't
power.
have a conscience.
With your power.
Yeah, that's a terrible idea.
And just like I had a bunch of like Sam and Dean flashbacks to a lot of things she was doing.
I am so waiting. I am so waiting for fucking Jensen Ackles and Jared Padalecki like show up in this goddamn
It'd be
thing
cool, but I mean,
in some cameo.
I doubt it because they're probably going to be too busy filming the last season of Supernatural.
Oh, I know, but man can dream, you know, like just be eating a burger in a malt shop or something. A man can dream.
A man can dream. A man can dream. We got Ray Wise.
We did get Ray Wise. That was pretty amazing. You know. Oh, and Cigarette Smoking Man.
Cigarette Smoking Man, yeah. Cigarette Smoking Man from X-Files plays one of the heads of the
basically
council.
The Satanic Cardinals, essentially.
And the previous anti-pope before Blackwood takes over was Ray Wise, who, if you don't know who Ray Wise is, just watch any fucking mobster movie from the 80s and 90s. He's gonna
Twin Peaks.
Or Twin Peaks. Or if you're a fan of the show Reaper, he was Satan on Reaper, which is probably why he's on the show, to be honest.
Yeah, the thing that I've noticed is that it's pronounced Kieran Shipka? Blah, 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 blah. Sabrina.
Sabrina's name? I don't know the actress's name.
Yeah, the actress who plays Sabrina has basically made a career out of either literally or metaphorically playing Satan's daughter.
Yeah,
3 times now.
Yeah,
she was the girl in the Black Coat's daughter. She was Sabrina, and she was also Draper's daughter in Mad Men. And if you can't figure out how that parallels him with Satan,
it does.
Don't fucking know what to say about you.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Makes a lot of sense.
Oh man, loving the show. It's so good.
I'm loving the show. I can't wait for the next 2 seasons. And if you're not watching the show, I don't know what you're doing with your life.
Yeah, what are you doing with your life? God damn it! Yeah, fucking check it out.
It is the right kind of stupid.
Oh yes, it is the right kind of stupid. Just needs more pussy. More Salem. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, more Salem.
Give him a plot.
Needs more Salem.
Yeah.
I just there are multiple times. It's like, oh, I'm being attacked by an evil straw monster. Oh, I'm being attacked by a werewolf. Oh, I'm being attacked by an evil doppelganger. And I'm just like, Salem, what the fuck? You're supposed to fucking protect her.
Yeah. Do something.
Fucking angels are attacking me. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck is Salem?
Yeah, like fucking do something.
I'm not saying Salem's gonna win against any of these monsters. I'm just saying Salem should try.
Yeah. Yeah, he should try to do something. Even if it had been like, oh shit, monster, I'll get one of the ants or something.
Salem defeated the first straw monster in the season 1.
Yeah, I know. I was like, he just fucking tore it apart. Yeah. And I'm like, well, it can obviously fight a lot of things.
Yeah.
You'd think it'd at least try to fight a werewolf.
Yeah.
No? So, get on that. Need more Salem action. Hell Kitty, telling you.
Y'all know me, I'm the Horror Guru. You can find me at Twitter, on Facebook, on YouTube. Just look up at the Horror Guru and I'll be there.
And I am on Twitter, I am on Instagram, I'm still gradually starting to reuse Facebook. And of course, you could find me, yes. Streaming here every Thursday and Sunday at 6 p.m. Pacific. You know what? Just fucking look. I'm putting the schedule down there. You can figure it all out. And we talk about occultism. We talk about sex. We talk about all kinds of like wonderful groovy things. So if you want to come and live ask me any questions about that and horror movies or any other like genre type flicks that you might like, uncomfortable cinema, fucked up films, feel free to join us and ask. And I look forward to seeing y'all there. So until then, Ave Satanas, Disco Inferno, and keep watching fucked up movies. Peace.